we're doing part 2 of this problem. In the previous video, we already found the vertex. We know that my vertex, it's at 2, -5. We know this is at 2, -5 here. Now, we talked about a vertex being the highest or the lowest point. So right now we have a problem, guys, because we don't know how to graph, since this point could be a minimum like this, or it could also be a maximum going down like that. So how do we figure out the rest of the graph? Very simple. We want to find if our parabola is going to cross here on the x. So let's find out if we can. Numbers, or when a line crosses the x-axis with a parabola crosses, again, it has 4 different names. It could be called an x-intercept. It could be called a 0. It could be called a root, or it could be called a solution. Again, different words, still the same meaning. So with that in mind, let's begin. Look at this problem, guys. I want to solve for x. If you guys don't remember how to factor, I've told you guys before, it's ax squared plus bx plus c. We got to use what is called the diamond method. And the diamond method goes something like this. The b goes on top, I think. Yeah. That's a times c at the bottom. So what two numbers multiplied? I'm sorry, a times c will be, a is 5 right now. B is -20. C is, and actually, I can make it actually simpler, actually. I could go the hard way, do this, guys, or couldn't I have done something like this? Check this out. Couldn't I have done, take out a 5 from everything? Look, wouldn't this be an x squared? This would be a -4x, and this will be a 3. Look at that. Now, I took out a 5 to make everything easier for me, and it does. Because look, my a is just 1, my b is -4, and my c is 3. Feel free to always find these techniques, guys, because it makes life a lot easier. And why is it easier? Because look, what's a times c? It's just a 3. My b is -4. What two numbers multiplied gives me a 3, but adds to -4. And that will be -3 and -1. -3 times -1 is a +3. And -3 minus 1, it's a -4. So my answer so far is 5 parentheses, x minus 3 parentheses, x minus 1 parentheses equals 0. Can we solve for x then? Look, let's divide, let's divide the whole thing by 5. So that cancels out. So we're left with x minus 3 parentheses, x minus 1 parentheses equals 0. So what are my two possible choices, guys? My two possible choices, guys, are the following. It could be x minus 3 equals 0, or x minus 1 equals 0. So what does x have to be, guys? Well, it will be a +3, right? When you move it to the other side. +3 or +1. So that's when it's crossing the x. 1 and 3. Look, at 1 and at 3. So we know for a fact our parabola goes up, it crosses through those points, and we are good to go with this graph.